September has arrived, and that means we're allowed to say the evil word, winter. Here's a tour of my garden, what's going on, and I'm trying to get some advice from some of you on 4 key plants. Hi everyone, it's Tim. Welcome back to my garden. The train is going by right now. I can hear it. You probably can hear it too. Hopefully it's not too loud. Hi everyone, how are you? It is September. Whoa, it is morning here right now and it's actually a little chilly. I've got the pool covered with the solar cover. It's going to be really warm today. So we're having these really warm days and cool nights, which makes it's really nice for sleeping. I would prefer a little bit more summer weather, which we normally have in September. We have a weird cold front coming down from Canada. It has really cooled things off, although the days are pretty great. But I haven't used my solar cover all summer long in my pool. It's been so warm. Now I have it on because it actually keeps the heat in the pool at night, and then you open it up in the daytime. A lot is going on, and we have to now say that word, winter, because winter is going to happen. And last year, if you remember, I went to Greece for a birthday party. I came back, the weather was fantastic. I had a lot of pool parties. It was September, but I was acting like it was July, and then October hit, and even though the weather was still nice, I was in a panic trying to get this garden put away for the winter, and I am going to start, I actually started yesterday, the process. And what I do in my process, and I'm going to take you a little bit through that, but we're also going to look at what's great in the garden right now, because tropicals are at their best in September. But what I start doing when I'm smart, and I'm not always smart in the garden, is I start doing little things. Yesterday, I took out amaryllis, and if you watch my midweek video, I talk about my amaryllis process this morning, and I went through that, so please check that video out. Today, I am probably going to tackle some of the non-hardy cactus that are in my garden, because I can pull those out, and there's also a lot of weeds over there too, so you accomplish 2 things at once. I'm just going to start removing things that really don't affect the beauty of the garden, because I still plan on having a lot of people over and people looking at the garden because it's such a beautiful time of year, but I have to get started. So I'm going to start removing little things. I have a lot of palm trees out here, baby palm trees. I'm looking, I don't think you can see it over here, but beneath my Washingtonia robusta right here, I have a little baby pindo petilla right there. Like things like that, I'm not gonna overwinter that petilla out there. I have my bigger one over there, my Lazarus petilla. But little palms that I have stuck all over the garden, I'm gonna start pulling them out, because the more I do now, the less I have to do later. And even if I just pull them out and put them up in my driveway, that is better than having them all down here and I'm in a panic because there's a frost coming and all those kind of things. So I'm going to actually, this sounds so crazy, I'm going to build an Excel chart of everything I have to do. And I'm going to try to stick by my chart where I have daily goals to do that. When you have a garden this big with this many tropicals and things you need to take care of, you have to do crazy things like that. And I know a lot of you have just a couple of palms and things like that, and I am envious, but you know, I get to enjoy all this tropical fun, but it does come with work. And now the fall is the busiest time by far. The spring is so joyful because I'm always like uncovering things and like, oh, this is great, this is beautiful, I love it, I love being a tropical gardener. And the fall, I question my sanity sometimes. And I'm hoping I get some help this fall Last year I had one of my friends help me, and that was a tremendous time-saving endeavor because I waited too long. This year I'm going to try to do some things myself, all by myself. Sometimes with the big structures for the big palms, I can't really do that on my own. I actually have to hire someone to help me because it's a lot of work. Anyway, I hope all of you are having a great week. I hope the weather's doing really well for you. We have no rain here. We haven't had rain. I think my friend Jose, if you watch his videos from New Jersey, I think he said we had two showers in the last month. That's it. So things are a little dry here. I water constantly down here, like I constantly, but my hill I need to water, the front yard I need to water. I need to go through all of that. But let's go look at everything. While I'm down here, I wanted to show you how big this sunflower is. And this is not even the biggest one. This is the second biggest one. I'm going to show you the bigger one. It's a little in the sun and the fog over there, but I want to show you that too. So this one here, this is gigantic. I mean, I can't even reach the top of it. It's amazing. And I did not plant these. The birds or the squirrels or someone did it, but I really, really like this variety, whatever it is. It's got so many flowers on it. It's really beautiful. I love how tall it is. I don't know if I would have chosen this exact spot. I actually wouldn't have chosen the other spot as well, but I guess God chose that. And I'm gonna collect the seeds and put it somewhere in the garden next year because it's so much fun. I do have a lot of people ask me how tall are the Trachycarpus by the pool. So I'm hoping this gives you a pretty good indication of how tall they are. In pictures, I think they seem much, much smaller than they actually are, or in video. And I'm hoping by me standing here, you can see they are tall. And I think I'm still in the frame. I will go over here and show you this one as well. This one is just as tall. I think that one looks a little bit taller because I trimmed it back off the dead leaves of it. But that just kind of gives you an idea of the height. Also, my Yucca rostrata here, you can see where it is, and it's taller than me as well. So yes, a lot of height down here in the garden, and that means a lot of fun covering things up. I do not cover up Yucca rostrata. It is completely hardy. It does not want to be covered. It's perfectly fine. I've had a couple people suggest that I prop it up if we're getting a hurricane here, and yes, we do get hurricanes in New York, oddly. Fingers crossed, although we need the rain right now, we don't have any hurricanes coming. We had one come slightly close and it gave us some rain. We could use something like that right now. As I'm peeking around my fireplace by the pool, I wanted to point out my cannabis here. It is nice and big. It has some yellow leaves, but my friends are all excited because it has buds on it, and I'm going to show you that. Very exciting. And if you look on here, there are buds on it. Now, I don't know a lot about cannabis at all. I keep telling everyone, all my friends, I'm going to get on YouTube and do some research because I'm sure there's more information than I could possibly imagine on here. But yes, buds. And if I go way up to the top, look at all these. But yeah, it's so nice and tall. And we were worried about whether it was a male or a female, and apparently they can be both as well, but according to my friends now, it is a female. Exciting. It's a very pretty plant. I never thought I would ever own one. As a kid, you know, that was like the worst plant in the world. Stay away from it, it's so dangerous. And now it's in my garden. It is such a beautiful morning out here. I have to keep showing these. The river is warmer than the air, so it's creating fog. The sun is coming up, the ships are out there. And yeah, the fog coming off the river is so pretty. Everything does look very lush and tropical right now, but I definitely need to water on this hill. It is a little parched, and I've got some work to do. And I do have a hornet trap over here. We call these yellow jackets here in the United States, and sometimes they make a nest in your house, in a crack, sometimes in the ground, sometimes in the side of something, sometimes in rocks. And if you disturb them, they're very, very aggressive. They will get you. I think if you've watched my past videos, you will see what has happened to my face when I've been attacked many times. Not a fun thing at all, but because I keep having parties down here with people, I have to keep them away from. They're very attracted to food, so if you're serving food, for some reason they want to be around it, and they're very annoying. While we're over here, let's look at the pindo. I don't think it is growing very fast, but the fact that it came back to life after being dead is pretty amazing. And these cannas are gigantic too. I probably need to stand in front of them as well, which I'll do in just a minute. And then over here, my other pindo is actually growing much faster than I grew from seed. It is in a pot over here. I think it's going to catch up with the other one in a year or two. I think it's a much healthier pindo patilla than the other one. And that's my Washingtonia robusta right there. Okay, just to give you a height perspective, putting my hand up here, cannas back in here, they're really tall. Here's my Washingtonia robusta there, so you can see how tall everything is. And I love tall plants. Especially tropical tall plants. These tropical bananas, this one is a pup of one that bore fruit last year that was edible, and it was actually really good. But all of these bananas just right here, I think there's 3 of them, they all need to go inside. I will probably take them in at the end of September, or at least put them, what I do is I dig them up, put them in pots, I line everything up in the driveway, ready to go into the garage. These might go upstairs. I might baby these so I can try to get fruit from them next year. I was really happy with that last year. So this plant right here is only 1 year old because it came up from the one that they die when they bear fruit. So this is the baby of that one. I might baby this one by really trying to take care of it in a warmer environment in my house. We'll see how that goes. Maybe I do this one and I put the rest in the garage and see what fares better, because the garage is a little cooler. Sometimes they do better there. Maybe this one will respond to the warmth and being inside. I just have to look out for spider mites. Ugh, hate those. That's the joy of bringing things inside. We have to deal with pests. I love my cactus garden so much, but it gets so many weeds, and it is difficult to weed because everything has spines. And it's really not the big spines you have to worry about. It is the little spines. Like, here's the big spine right there. Yes, that will get you, but it's all this little stuff on the side that you can barely even see. And when it gets in your skin, it's so annoying, and it's really hard to get out. This is a weed right here that I hate. It comes up in this garden for some reason everywhere. There's my cholla up in here. It's a little too big, and it wants to lean out over everything. And it wouldn't be so bad, except that it leans out, and then that makes it difficult to weed under, because those are really sharp and they will get you. I might try to cut those back. They're pretty easy to root, and I might do that this fall. And then that way I can have more to put somewhere, I don't know, but not in this area. This area I really want to get cleaned out. The Madagascar palm has to come inside. Some of my non-hardy cactus back there need to come inside. Not a whole lot from this area, but it is work and I need to do it. And I just want to show you the lavender is still going. It smells so good. I'm not even rubbing up against it right now and it smells good. And this is a Phoenix dactylifera that I grew from seed from edible dates. It is going to get in a nice bigger pot for the winter because I want it to get big, and they definitely get bigger based on the pots that you put them in. The fog is so crazy this morning. It's just such a dramatic look out over the pool right now. And I'm so crazy while I'm looking at the dramatic look of the fog, I did not even notice this cactus is blooming again. So pretty. I love it. And it's got more. This has bloomed like 3 or 4 times. And I obviously missed that one yesterday, but I see more buds on this and even more little buds on this. I've never had them bloom so much. So I guess all this really hot, dry weather has been appealing to these. Although this one does get a lot of water because I'm always watering in this corner over here. Now I need to go check and see if the other one's blooming. Not yet, but it definitely has some nice big buds on it. I think those might bloom tonight. There's some little ones right up in here. And now I'm looking to see, are these aphids? Yes, aphids on here. I'm going to crush those off. Do not want aphids on my flowers. The datura is really pretty right now. It's still blooming. As soon as the sun really comes out, it's going to fold up. The bees love the datura. That's a honeybee from one of my neighbors. And my plumeria is still blooming in here. My bismarckia back there has a brand new frond coming out on it. It's really lovely. The hardy oranges are starting to get orange. Obviously not fully orange yet, but I definitely see the orange starting to form on them down in here. So starting to look like a real orange, even though they're the flying dragon orange. And a couple of people told me last week they do make drinks out of them, and I will have to try that. Brugmansia is blooming again. It smells so good. It is the best fragrance. It's best at night. It's best when it's really humid. I think Saturday it's supposed to be very, very humid here and hot. I'm hoping they're still blooming by then, because then your evening will just be spectacular. And then up on the deck, the night jasmine is about to bloom, and maybe that will coincide with Saturday with the humidity. That's when it's at its very, very best. My pomegranate tree. Pomegranates are not quite red yet. They're doing well though. I think maybe in a couple of weeks they'll be ready. That one's pretty big. There's some smaller ones up in here, but that one's actually more red. And one back in here too. It's a really tall plant. It is definitely 10 feet tall up there. I thought it would be smaller than it was. That's kind of why I planted it here, but I will not be moving it anytime soon. I'm not moving it at all, actually. And then while we're back here, the Trachycarpus seeds are maybe changing color a little bit now. Yeah, they will still need to get purple, and they're not ready. You can pick them and just hang them and let them change color. I'm gonna leave this on as long as possible. My olive tree still has baby olives. They don't seem to be growing very fast at all. I don't know why, but maybe I've got a couple more I definitely have more time on this. So let's see if they speed up. I hope so. There is a nice big ship right off my beach down there. No idea what it's doing there. I know I keep talking about this Shiso, but I also wanted you to see how big this is. I mean, this is like a hedge at this point. And I did not plant this. This just came up in the spot, and it just happened to be a perfect spot. But it is probably almost 5 feet tall. So this is amazing. What I'm a little worried about is, which is odd, as beautiful as it has not flowered yet. And I worry that I may not get seed. And if I don't get seed, it's not a perennial, it's an annual. At least here it's an annual. And I'm trying to look. It actually smells really good too. It's edible. If you watch one of my old midweek videos, I go over this. But I'm looking to see if I see any bud. I think I see one there, maybe a tiny bud. Okay, maybe I'm gonna get lucky and get some seed, but I just think this is amazing. If you don't have this plant, it's great. I love it. Tree ferns, this is the one that's in the ground that still has a few mealy bugs on it. It looks like they are dead for the most part at the moment, but I've got to keep checking. And then back here is my one that's in the pot that's going to go inside. So this is an experiment to see if I can get it through the winter. This one is going inside. Hopeful for this one. We will see what happens. While I'm over here in this part of the garden, I thought I would just show off my Camarops, my Chamarops, my European fan palm. It's got seed. Oh, look at that. They're not quite fully ripe yet. I will be picking them. I still have a lot of baby ones from last year that germinated and they're growing. And I just think there's something so exciting about growing your own palm trees from seed when you live in a non-palm tree climate like New York. These little babies were born in New York, and I love that. And of course, my Jubea hybrid, my Chilean wine palm, Butia mix. It is just getting so big, and I love it, love it, love it. I really did not think this would grow this fast. It is such a nice, big palm now. It is so beautiful. I'm going to have to add to the winter structure that I have for it, but I love this palm. I'm probably the most attached to this palm of all my palms. It's just amazing. And the base, the trunk is like this big now, which is just crazy. But if you can ever get your hands on this, I paid a lot for it. I paid a lot to get it across the country. It is worth every penny. It brings joy. I can't say enough good things about this palm. And then, of course, over in this area, all my baby palm trees, a lot of baby Trachycarpus here, a few Phoenix dactyliferas over here. I'll just show you one here. I need to get the clover out of here, but it's so fun having palm trees that you grew from seed in your own garden. I know I keep saying that, but if you can get your palms to go to seed and you get it to germinate, it is such a joy. It's so much fun. Really good timing. I was trying to decide what else to put in this video, and one of the YouTube followers from Pittsburgh said, "Tim, would you talk about the Segos?" And I'm like, oh, perfect timing. My Segos. These are both, I've probably had over 10 years. I'm showing this one right now. And it does have a nice little trunk on it. And if I would put it someplace other than right here in the middle, it would actually show it off better. So if you have a Sego and it's of pretty decent size, I would definitely put it someplace where you can show it off better. It's so funny, I can hear the bees so loud in the trumpet flowers over here. They're everywhere in there. They love these flowers so much. Anyway, back to Segos. I digress. This year, this Sego did not have any new fronds, none, which is really, really unusual. I normally always get new ones every year, and this one has not. It's been a weird season. It was a weird winter and a really hot summer, which you would have thought they would like, but in the rainy summers, they have actually produced more fronds than this. So this one has not produced any, and it's just, that's what I'm dealing with there. But it's really healthy. I bring them inside, so I have never overwintered these outside. I know you can do it. I'm sure I could do it just like my Robellini right there. I could definitely do that, but I just think they're so easy to dig up. They do not have a lot of roots. They are really easy to overwinter. The only pest I've ever had with them has been mealy bugs. I hate those things, and I've sprayed with alcohol and kept them just fine. Let's go look at the other one too. This one actually even has a taller trunk on it, but it is so hidden back here by the Shiso and dahlias and everything else coming up in here, and it's got some yellowing on the leaves, and I don't know why, but I think it's fine as well. But no new growth on it this year either, and I will be digging that up as well and bringing it in. And I have a couple of small ones hidden here and there in my garden. I have to find them all. They're all hidden, but yes, I bring them all inside. I don't overwinter them outside. I know you could, and I'm sure you could with the insulation box and Christmas lights in a thermocube. One day I will do it. I just have so many other palms that really need it, and these are so simple to dig up and bring inside. 2 years ago, I was in Palm Springs, and I grabbed some seed from a Sego palm. Only one germinated. This is it. They're so slow growing, but it is growing. Just very, very slow. I don't know if it's worthwhile at all, but it was fun collecting the seed, and fun that one actually germinated. But yeah, I would strongly suggest, if you love Segos, get a large one if you can. You will enjoy it more than a small one because they grow so slowly, really slow, like super, super slow. I did post this nifty little hummingbird feeder on a short this past week if you want to check it out, and it actually has a link to where to buy it. But it's really fun, and I want to show you what you get to see. I mean, how fun is this? Close-ups of hummingbirds, and the video quality is really good. I've never seen them so close up. I think this is so much fun. So if you want one, check out my little short I posted this past week. It is so super nice out right now. It was so cool this morning when I was filming, and now it's like blazing hot summer. I love it. Okay, maybe I am okay with these September days with cool at night, really warm in the day. I rolled back the solar cover. I'm in the pool. It's great. The water's actually really nice and warm. The solar cover works, which is great. Anyway, I think I hear thunder. So, garden meltdown of the week. I have 4 plants that I am worried about over the winter. 3, I really don't know what to do with them because I'm going to bring them inside. They really need to be two of them need to be outside, but they're not ready yet. They're too small. So next year they are going in the garden. I'm sure once they go into the garden permanently, a lot of you are going to have a lot of recommendations for me in the spring. But for right now, I have two that need to go inside, one must go inside, and one is staying outside. It has been for a couple of years, but I want to know what to do with it to thrive. And these are the plants. Okay, meltdown number one. Here is my Tetrapanax. Steroidal giant, we think, even though I bought it as a Tetrapanax Rex, but everyone thinks it is a steroidal giant. It's starting to get a nice little trunk in here. I'm happy about that. Okay, so people, all of you experts out there, especially my UK friends, I'm in zone 6B. Obviously, it's not going to make it on its own outside without help. It's in a pot. I think I should bring it inside for this winter before I put it into the ground. Comments on that? If I bring it inside, do I keep it upstairs where it's nice and warm? Do I put it in my garage where it's much cooler but there is lights? Should I put it in darkness and let it go dormant? Those are the questions I want to know on this, because I really love this plant and I want to keep it healthy so I can put it into the ground next spring, and then that'll be a whole other adventure of how to overwinter it outside. But this one's going to come inside, but I need help. Help, please. Second garden meltdown question. This is my lotus that I grew from seed. It's growing in this nice little pot on my patio. I know it is not hardy here at all. I will need to bring it inside. Do I do anything different when I bring it inside? Should I just keep it in a window in the water? Should I put it in the garage, maybe close to my koi tank? Should I put it in the koi tank? Questions abound, because I certainly want to keep this and I want to get it to flower. And I've read that it can take 2 years for this to flower, even though I've got some nice growth on it. But I did start it late because I was copying someone on Instagram who was growing them in Florida from seed, and I had never trusted that they would grow from seed that easily like they advertised, and they actually did. And so anyway, please, answers on this. And garden meltdown number 3, my Gunnera. I am going to bring this inside. I need help on what to do. Garage, upstairs, amount of light. Do I let it go dormant? How much do I water it? I want to put this outside in the yard next year, but again, it's a little too small, even though it's grown a lot this year. I've overwintered them before here and then had them fail in the summer, and I'm not letting that happen with this one. But there's some dark spots forming on these, and I don't know if the leaves or the big fronds will eventually just fall off and I just let it go dormant. I need some Gunnera answers. I know my UK friends, please chime in. Andrew in Germany, please chime in. What should I do with this? I need answers. And the last one. I have several Musabastu here that are in places that I really don't want them to be, because they're behind my Phoenix sylvestris right here. This year they did not get that big, which is good. Sorry, there's a plane flying over. And I would like to move this entire group right here away from my Phoenix sylvestris and my mule palm. So if I move these and it's September, would I be better off just putting them in a pot and bringing them inside in the garage, cut all the leaves off and kind of let them go dormant? Or should I actually plant them in the ground someplace? I've never really done that in the fall. So I'm not quite sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing. So if everyone could chime in, I would appreciate it. I have no idea why I didn't notice this in this box. I must have thought I went through it, but I discovered some alocasias, elephant ears, that I did not plant in the spring. I think I'm gonna plant them now and give them a chance and maybe just overwinter them with leaves because I don't know what else to do. I just feel bad that I left them. I don't like that. Anyway, we'll see what happens with this. Another thing to do.
You really should be getting out more, doing things. You can't just spend all your time talking to your palm trees.
Look, I don't always talk to palm trees. Okay, maybe I talk a little bit to them. You understand me better than anyone. Majestic, dignified, classy. I really think we get each other, don't we?
Tim, you need balance. Why don't you exercise? A small walk, maybe a jog.
I am dying. This is exhausting. I don't know what you have me doing out here. I can't even balance my drink.
Are you actually jogging?
Does anyone even do this? I have a garden to take care of. There are palm trees that need me.
I just don't have time for this. We'll talk later.
I'm going home.